What up, guys? What's going on, everybody? Shoot, I got the update yesterday. Let's check it out. We got the release notes here. That is the manual. I thought that was the release notes. Let's see here. Software. We're going to go to release notes. Check it out, guys. We got the latest and greatest of everything. I'm excited for this one. I just got done with the gym, and I was thinking about a route, just a random route. So let's see here. We got Lowe's, we got Best Buy. Just wanted to be a funny one and go to Honda, park in their lot. And then after that, we'll go to 7-Eleven. I've just been choosing random routes. Honestly, I've been asking a lot of my coworkers for routes, you know, because they still own gas vehicles, and you know they always watch my FSD videos. So I was like, hey guys, give me like a route or something, and they just chose a bunch of random stores, and I threw Honda in there just for the fun of it. I feel like Tesla is going to be the new Honda, or is going to be the new Honda. So yeah, let's do this, guys. Already got the route set, and let's hit it. Let's do it. All right, guys. So we got some good news going on. I do like the little improvements, like driving to Home Depot. I was able to see how it showed a parking, you know, prompt. I like that. I know some people are going to be hit or miss with it. I kind of like it. Just for me personally, I'm very kind of forgetful when it comes to FSD. Like, I'm just so used to staring at the road, and sometimes the prompts, I'll be honest, I kind of miss them. But this one, I mean, it's so obvious. You know, I know we're going to get different answers and people are going to have different opinions on it, but I definitely do like it. I think it's a great feature. But the one feature that doesn't make sense is that guy right there. The add a destination. Because we have this now. Hey Grok. Right? We have that. So, you know, Grok can add additional routes. Now, what I would like to see on this button here is one of two things. Parking orientation would be nice. Or, I know it's a long shot, guys, Convoy Mode, where you can link up a bunch of Teslas together. But this button to add a destination doesn't make sense if we have Grok, where we can activate it through voice now. I mean, unless this is going to come out for Hardware 3 owners that don't have Grok, that would be great. But I think Tesla can do something different with that button, since we have, you know what. But speaking of Grok, let's get some good news. Hey Grok, tell me some good news that happened in the USA today.
Great news. The US and Iran reached a deal to end their conflict and reopen the Strait of Hormuz, boosting markets with the Dow at a record high. Plus, Colorado's new Tamales Act lets folks sell home-cooked food freely, and hospitals are smashing kidney transplant records.
Got it. Sweet. You know, I like that. That's great. You know, I mean, I use it a lot. Like I said, out of all the UI updates or software updates, that is the best feature. It's so easy now to activate that. I do really like that feature. I mean, what else, guys? What else can we see here? Let's check out the self-driving stats. I am currently at 97%. I hit it. Wow, for this video. That's freaking awesome. I've been on 96% for so freaking long. Wow, heck yeah. That just makes me so happy. 489 miles is my longest streak. Currently working on that. We went to LA, my buddy and I, for EV Fest. Heck yeah, guys. I'm so excited. I've been trying to hit 97 for so long. I've been stuck at 96%. Such a good Tesla week, guys. Heck yeah. But yeah, guys, I mean, a lot of people ask, like, do you drive? I don't. I show them my stats, and I rarely drive. you know, I trust FSD so much. But again, like I reiterate in all my videos, guys, it says supervised for a reason. Go ahead and push your limits. But if you push the limits and something happens, all you can do is blame yourself, because like I said in all my videos, we all sign something, we all do all that. So you know, just be mindful, don't ruin it for everybody else, please. But honestly, guys, very smooth. We're in standard. That's all we ever use as of right now. Shout out to Devin. He has been pushing standard. I watched his video, you know, talking about, you know, tire wear and all that stuff. Ooh, FSD. Nice. It didn't stutter. It probably was a little bit late there, but hey, I'll take it versus stuttering. It just immediately made the decision on what it wanted to do, which is stop, because I knew it wasn't going to make that yellow light. I like that. Instead of jerk braking, and just did a normal human, crap, I'm late, hit the brakes. Nobody was behind us. That's the one thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is the cameras. I had one of my coworkers ask, like, bro, how does it know, right? How does it know? Like, how does it know when to brake and all that stuff? Because he's used to having the little sensors on his car. I'm like, hey, man, it's 5 to 8 times faster, and the cameras are constantly monitoring. Look at that. Boom. Last minute, just lane switch. Guys, we're in standard, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I told him that the cameras are just constantly monitoring what's going on around it. Camera, and then obviously the front, the inside that faces in and out, and then the back camera. So it constantly sees everything. One question that he asked that I don't know, maybe in the robo-taxi, would they ever put a camera on top of the glass behind us, the back windshield? Because I did show him, you know, what everyone thinks it is where a Starlink's going to be, right? In the back of a robo-taxi. You know, my buddy was like, what if they put another one of these in back there for the robo-taxi? I said, that might not be a bad idea, especially if it being a robo-taxi and it already kind of has that indent back there. Like I said, I don't know, you know, we've seen photos of robo-taxis in that big, you know, big area that's kind of closed off in the back window, or where the trunk, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, would they ever consider that? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool, but maybe too redundant because you already have a back camera. So I don't know. That was something that he talked about, and I was like, maybe for the robo-taxi, you know, but I don't know if they would add it necessarily to the vehicles now. I feel like it would just be kind of redundant. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys, if, you know, for the robo-taxi where that little area is up there that everyone thinks a Starlink's going to go, should they put a camera there? So there's 2 cameras in the back. I see the reason why, but maybe not needed. All right, guys, so let's see where it's going to go. Our first destination is Lowe's. I just kind of chose places that, you know, people go to on a normal basis. You know, a hardware store, a Home Depot, a Lowe's, a Ace Hardware, you know, wherever you live, or whatever your flavor is when it comes to areas. So let's see. For some reason, it's going to park over here when Lowe's is over there. But okay. Like I said, guys, this is my first impressions. I'm just going to let it do its thing. But if FSD knows me, I do like to park far away from other cars. So, all right, it's going to back park. I think this is where it struggles the most, guys, when it has like these type of lines and not just straight lines. So hopefully I'm going to eat my own crow and it actually does a good job. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Boom. Let's freaking go. Look at that. Heck yeah. Sweet. All right, let's go to our next destination. 1 of 1 of parking. Like I said, guys, we are in standard mode. The next route is Best Buy. No, we're not going down to get anything. That place is dangerous. The place is dangerous. Oh, what does it see? Probably a bird. I think I saw a bird. Yeah, it sees a bird. Yep. All right. Smooth turns, smooth turns. I think the only time FSD curbed my Rams was on the first version of 14, I believe. It was in my wife's car. Luckily, we had the hubcaps, and it did the tire. Thankfully, it like just did the chef's kiss on the wheel, but we had our rim covers on there, so no big deal. But yeah, guys, we are going to our second destination, which is Best Buy. Like I said, my coworkers helped me with this route. I kind of added Honda in there to be a funny guy. But so far, so good. Kind of parked this a little further from Lowe's. But like I said, I like parking far away. Let me know in the comments if you guys park away or at least park around Teslas. I know everyone kind of has their parking quirks. But 1 of 1 on parking. We'll see how it does at Best Buy. But what are you guys most excited about? This update, I feel like a lot of people got it pretty quickly. And can't be mad at that. I think it's a lot of obviously EAP people that use FSD and get FSD early. Shout out to them. Thank you guys for pushing this update for all of us. So far, so good. Even my first initial drive that I didn't film, I just wanted to get to the gym. I was working out with my coworker. Didn't want him waiting on me, so I just told myself to film after. But I mean, it was a 15-minute drive. I always make sure not to do highway driving, all city driving, and did well. I mean, speed bumps, you know, it's always 50-50 with speed bumps. You either get them smooth or it's like an earthquake happening inside of the car. But this go around, it was smooth. There's an area that I drive in that has a speed bump, a little bit of a break, and then another speed bump. It's not back to back, but it's damn near. They're like, I don't know, 12 feet from one another. So, yeah, that was impressive. I always kind of like to see how it does on speed bumps. The area that I normally drive in, I mean, it's hit or miss with the speed bumps. So this time it went super smooth, got me to the gym, and I like I said, I like the prompts. I like all that stuff, so it's really nice. But like I said, Tesla, this button right here, guys, I would do parking orientation because it deals with where you're going, and you're obviously gonna know where to go. Or maybe, you know, a convoy mode for people on road trips. That would be nice. But this button, guys, is redundant for hardware 4 users because you could say, hey G, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like it though. You know, this would benefit a lot of hardware 3. I don't think hardware 3 people have Grok. I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong. But so far, guys, really well. Standard, I think, is going to be my new favorite. You know, for those new to the Tesla space, Hurry and Mad Max mode for new FSD users. Just beware, it will eat up your tires. And for those new, depending on your stance on your car, every 60, oh, there's the prompt. We want parking lot, and we're going to choose parking lot. Cool. We like that. Yeah, every 6,500 miles, you got to get your tires rotated unless you're staggered. Just be aware of that. You know, for people who like using, for new FSD users, Mad Max and Hurry eat up your tires, especially Mad Max. It's going to take off like a starship and fully send you the whole way through. Yeah, you either at a light, stop sign, whatever, it's going to full send to make sure you get to your destination on time. But obviously, safely. Mad Max just has a little more confidence, I should say. A bunch of cars around us, guys, and Tesla is not worrying whatsoever. No wheel jerks. Again, guys, if you Want to test FSD, the best thing to look at to tell you what it's doing, obviously, besides the road while you're paying attention, is your steering wheel. You know, is it jerking? Is it moving in weird spots? You know, you want it to smoothly do everything. Turns, U-turns, you know, sudden movements to get you in and out of people's way or anything in the road or whatever the case may be, right? So I do like the prompts. I know some people are going to be 50-50 on it. I think it just kind of reminds you like, oh yeah, I am going to Best Buy, and I do like the parking lot, or if there's a Best Buy in the Silicon Valley where it's in a garage. But let's see if FSD can read those curbside signs. Nope. We'll just let it do its thing. The reason why it probably parks us here, there's no sign, but it should still know based on the number 5 that this is curbside. So let's see the parking. Let's judge the parking. Great. Great. Within the lines. It's improved on the parking with the my wife calls them popsicles. Right? That's where I found that FSD messed up on parking. Like if it wasn't straight painted lines and it was like these type of lines, it would kind of trip out. But as you can see, or within the lines, I see why it parked here. 5, there is no sign on the 5 sign. Everywhere else it has signs, but it should still know if it has a number that this is probably not parking, because it can judge based on the other signs. So still a win for parking. Again, Navi, take an L on that one, but hey, 1 out of 2, we'll take it. Okay, so let's go to Honda and let's see what it does here. So far, so good, except for that, obviously. I wish it would have just kind of come up with a consensus. If it saw a bunch of those Best Buy signs, okay, this is curbside pickup, I can't park here. I thought the 5 was going to be at least enough, but no, sorry, Bob. But this is why we do FSD videos, to showcase film like this, so the Tesla AI team can see this and rewatch it, and whatever they do in the lab, they fix. For those who are starting their FSD journey, you know, meaning as a new Tesla owner or finally taking the leap of faith for FSD, what do you guys think? Comment down below how we can adopt this to have more people use FSD. I mean, for me, ooh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Frick yeah, man. Clip that. I didn't even see them. I honestly didn't see them, and I was looking straight. They were behind that, I believe, Jeep, and FSD saw that. I mean, guys, quit hating on it. Guys, I mean, all I saw was the Jeep in the corner of my eyes. I did not see the grandpa and his grandchild together. That was freaking awesome. I don't even remember what the heck I was freaking talking about. Oh, new FSD people. Yeah, guys. I mean, how do you guys feel about it? You know, like, how can we promote this to people? There's some people that don't even know about it yet. I mean, let me know in the comments. You know, this is why I do these videos. You know, hopefully I just pop up on your feed or pop up on your YouTube feed and you get curious and see that this technology is here. We're going on our 3rd route. It's gotten us to our destination safely, 2 out of 2. Except for that last one, it did park in curbside, but I mean, you can fix that real quick, right? Get out and park in front. There's plenty of parking spots in front of us. But when I do FSD videos, I do my very best to let it do its thing. Even if it gets a little bit close, I kind of know my car well enough to know when to stop, but it's rare that I need to do that. But great maneuver, FSD. It saw it. I didn't see it. My blind spot was blind by that Jeep from what I can see and remember, because obviously it happened so fast. But again, guys, that is a testimony to how fast it reacted. I'm sure when I look at the film later and see the distance when it braked, shout out to David Moss and I believe AI I don't know how to pronounce his username, but I'll post both of their pages above. That is exactly their testing right there, but in real life. We were so far away from those two people. It reacted. Let me know in the comments, guys, is a human reacting to that? If my blind spot, all I could see at that point was the Jeep and not them. I think that was obviously the inside camera pointing out and possibly the front camera below to maybe see feet or, the pillar cameras. I don't know. But hey, that's why we have a bunch of cameras. We're about 5 minutes from the Honda dealership. And it's, like I said, guys, I'm a huge fan of the prompts. I like it. And, for instances, like you're talking with someone in the car, they can also remind you, like, hey, it's telling you where we're going to park. That's another cool one. But, I mean, guys, I'd say this is, besides the curbside pickup parking, an A- so far. Standard's great. We're doing our thing. And, yeah, let's see how it gets us to Honda. This is a funny one. I just decided to put that one in the mix. I mean, why not? But I wanted to ask, guys, because I recently did a video with Danny. What has FSD done for you guys, like family-wise? Like this, just the ease of having a Tesla. One thing my wife wanted to bring up in this video was Summon. She uses Summon quite a bit, depending on obviously how busy it is, because we were capped at, I believe, 8 miles per hour on Summon. She loves it, even when we're out and about as a family and we have a bunch of stuff in our hands. I'll summon it to a corner. I'm very courteous when it comes to Summon. I try to summon it into areas where it's not a lot of foot traffic, just so that way we can load up and load the family up and whatever we got for groceries. It's great. Summon, I think, is getting there. I think it's a tease of Banish. So I think at the end of the day, if people don't see the subliminal messages that Tesla's dropping with these minor, I don't think they're minor, major updates. It's like they're foreshadowing what is to come, if you really think about it. Like Summon, right? 5 to 8 miles per hour improvement. What do you think that eventually will go to? Hey, we're going to drop you off in front of the store. And bada bing, bada boom. You get to leave, right? Because why else would they up the miles per hour, right? Why would they do a pullover? Look at that. Went over leaves, no problem. We like that. There's a bunch of leaves on the ground. Usually FSD old versions would have freaked out. But yeah, guys, it's kind of like subliminal messages with these minor updates, right? They're kind of foreshadowing what's next. Well, at least that's what I think. Upping it to 8. Obviously, maybe the next update or maybe the next stack. Maybe they might do 8 to 12. With all the miles they're gonna get. Got some stuff going on here. All right, FSD, what are we gonna do here? FSD? Look at that, guys. Just handling it. That's what we like to see, baby. Heck yeah. Let's freaking go. Handle that construction site like a boss. Now we're just gonna drive through all this, I guess. FSD is showing off, guys. Oh, man. Yes, we're going to go to the parking lot. It made sure that it knows it's... Oh, yeah, this is awesome. I'm glad I kind of threw this one in the mix. Just a funny one, guys. No taking shots. We're just making funnies. Let's see where it ends up, though. I think it's actually going to take us to the front. Heck yeah. It's like, let's have a little fun on FSD, right? Let's see here. Let's see how it's going to park. Multiple speed bumps. Let's see. Oh, look, a Tesla. A Quicksilver one. No. This one might be a fail. This is a shipping and receiving. We're going to let it do its thing. No. This is why we test, guys. This is why we test. This is shipping and receiving. We cannot park here. So no go on that one. We did not like that one. Off to 7-Eleven we go. Can't park here, FSD. This is a shipping and receiving. Double bump. Let's see how it handles this. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. That's exactly how we would want to go over a double speed bump. Little brake stab right there for that Ford Transit. All right, gets us out of Honda. So a fail on the parking job, so 2 out of 3. I didn't know if FSD couldn't see that sign. It was above the shipping and receiving area. So let's see. Let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. We got it. Trust the process. There we go. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, didn't see that sign, so that parking was a fail. So 2 out of 3 so far. We are off to, again, like I said, coworkers helped me with this route, a 7-Eleven. Yeah, shipping and receiving, guys. We can't park there. So 2 out of 3. We will take it. This is why we test. I mean, for you guys, when you guys do FSD, what makes you nervous? I mean, obviously earlier when we made that U-turn, there's a couple, but FSD did its thing. You got to trust it. But again, you're a supervisor. Just got to pay attention. What do you guys like testing FSD on? For those people that live in hillier areas, or maybe you live on a piece of land, you know, do you test FSD that way? I know there's a crazy video, I think it was last week, and I believe in China they're like driving in the mountains. That was crazy, and FSD handled that the whole way. That's pretty freaking amazing, and that's just a testament that FSD can be dropped anywhere and it can handle everything for the most part, obviously, right? You know, obviously there's still areas we can't get in because of laws, but just the fact that FSD handled that so smoothly. I want to say it was in China. I think it was. And it was in the mountains, and it was driving on a mountain, and FSD was doing its thing. So it's pretty amazing to see. You know, guys, this is what it's about. You know, just testing it, seeing what it does, right? This is normal. This could be someone's, like I said, let's see the trip again. This can be like someone's like normal day to day. You know, hey, I need to go to Lowe's. Hey, I need to go to here, like, you know, 7-Eleven. You know, they're normal places that people go to. The gym, you know. So Best Buy, you know, just normal day-to-day places that we normally drive to. Again, It's asking me. Let's do parking lot. All right. What do you guys think, guys? Do you think the pullover prompt is for banish? You know, what do you think this pullover thing, or do you guys more so think it's for robotaxi? So, sorry, just responding to a text there. Yeah, what do you guys think? You know, is pullover for robotaxi, or is it a subliminal message? Hey, we got banish coming soon, right? My other question is, what is your favorite Tesla? Is it the Cybertruck? Is it the Model X? Is it the Model Y? Is it the Model S? Is it the Model 3? And what is your reasonings behind which one you like? I mean, now that we have FSD, I like all of them because they all can drive each other, or drive us, I should say. You know, personally, I think the best one of all of them is the Cybertruck. You know, I'm a blue collar guy, so I look at what it has. It has two 120 volts, 240, a tonneau cover. I mean, I watched Bearded Tesla's Cybertruck video for, I mean, the suspension they did on it. I mean, I'm really excited for that one, the dual motor series. So that's really cool of Tesla to release that. You know, that is huge, and that's going to be very competitive for all of our trucks, you know, that are out there, right? It's pretty amazing to see that and, you know, have that come out. So shout out to Bearded Tesla, man. You did a hell of a job on that video. I'm going to be patient on getting mine. You know, obviously we got two, so no rush. I'm just glad they have a dual motor series that's affordable. I'm on the fence. I don't need all the air suspension and all that stuff. You know, I've been around the people in our group who have Cybertruck. Shout out Kai, shout out Prez, and Wicked Cybertruck. I'm fortunate enough to be in their Cybertrucks, and you know, when we do take drives out, and I kind of realistically think about it, right? Like, do I need air suspension? Do I need all the extra stuff? Probably not. You know, obviously I'll use them every once in a blue moon, but you know, Bearded Tesla made a very, very, very good video of the all-wheel drive Cybertruck that just came out. So, but that's pretty much it, guys. That is the drive on 14.3.4. Jeez. Yeah, not very happy about that parking at Honda, but it is what it is. That's why we do FSD videos. But give me some ideas below, guys. Like I said, my coworkers helped me out with this route. If there's a route you guys want me to take in the Bay Area, comment down below. We'll do it. DM me on X if you have X. We'll collaborate or do whatever. But I appreciate you guys always watching. I appreciate you guys taking your time out of the day. But most of all, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you guys on the next one.